Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you may be in the world. So why do I say everywhere? Well, 183 countries. That is the amount of countries which have had someone in their communities watch one of my videos. So anyway, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever it may be. Okay, why have I done this video today? Well, I've covered nearly every point I could about transition. In many respects, try to be a bit open, and also with post-op care, as in the sense of being unpacked. So, but anyway, myself, I had other problems which were not related to the actual operation itself. It was still my own body, so I had to go through a process of reopening. So it's a process. So what the idea is today is just to explain, just briefly, things which, so because if you have a problem, don't get freaked, don't get worried, don't get paranoid. Anything can be fixed in the right way. It depends on the doctor you have, or the doctors. So anyway, I had my original operation, which was very, very successful, and was very, very good in every way. About a month and a half later, my own body has a weird thing about doesn't like being opened up, and it created a problem, and I had to be fixed up. So to reopen a brand new vagina which hasn't been used or opened in approximately nearly 2.5 months, 3 months. Yeah, approximately. Yeah, from its original surgery. So we had to start off. You can't go and start off with a big dilator. It'll just destroy you. You just end up with the same problem again. And it's just a big... So anyway, okay. This is a method which is used. It's used by some Thai doctors. It's quite successful. And personally, I can say it was successful for me. Alright, believe me. So, everything you put a condom on, because hygiene is one of your best things to start off with doing your post-op care. If you can, always use you always put a condom on your dilators, unless you're going to go wash them every single time before you use them. And personally, I would just go and wash them every time you use them. It's a lot easier. So anyway, back to where we actually were. So with a transgender person who's post-operative, their vagina has a tendency to readjust itself, is another word. In other words, excuse the terminology, but not all this fruit. Oh, that's bad, I know. Okay, so a transgender vagina will normally just start to constrict itself. So that's why we have to dilate or have intercourse with a regular partner. Whether it be male or female, it's irrelevant. But gender's irrelevant. Okay. We don't do this for gender to have sex with. We do it because it's us. So let's get at that one. Yeah. Okay, back to the point. So we start off with this one here. Now, to give you an idea of size, okay, this is commonly called a disgusting cigarette, okay? So, when next to a cigarette, that gives you the size. That gives you an idea of depth. So, that's what you start off with. And that opens your vagina back up and loosens it up a little bit. Okay. What are some of the most important tools to have for a post-op girl? One, a mirror. A mirror is essential. Okay. The second thing is lots and lots of KY. Don't care if you're self-lubricating girl or what. KY is your best friend. Okay. Third, is this product, which is a Vestin cream. Hormones to the body, but the vanity needs a bit of help. Okay, so you need a Vestin cream. That's what it looks like. In case people don't know, Okay? Alright. So, your post girl. You've just had your surgery, you've just been unpacked, and you're ready to dilate. So we start off with what they call in Thailand, first one, or training dildo, or training dilator, whatever terminology you want to use. It's a hard bit of plastic, okay? And it's smooth. So, going by our original plan, is a cigarette as our gauge. We go to a number one. Okay? After a while, when you've been using number one, you it'll get very comfortable and very easy to do, and there's not too much discomfort. So then you graduate to a number two. Okay? Um, Now, when you get to a number two, you start going to have numbers on the side here to help you gauge your depth, which is really good because the number one doesn't have it. So, So then you go to a number two. You use number two for a while until you're very comfortable with it, and you can give a bit of a wiggle. Sorry, but you've got to turn this into a bit of fun. You don't understand. The hardest part of being a post-operative girl or post-operative woman, transgender woman, is dilating. It is the most tedious. It is one of the most time-consuming things you have to do, but you've got to do it, and it don't matter. If you don't, you're basically losing your investment, because that's what it is. When you spend money to go and get this done, it's an investment. It's an investment into your life. If you're lucky enough in some countries to get it for free, well, good on you. Or if you've got medical insurance, good on you. I paid for mine. So, and number two. Now then, once you've been around this stage, if you're stepping up this stage, you should start getting some reasonably good feelings from inside you. And then after a while, you will graduate to a number three. And we go by our principle again of our KG mark. Okay, is the cigarette. So a number three. Now, when I originally had my surgery, and I was post-operative, I had over 7.5 inches post-operative surgery, and through my complications after, nothing to do with the surgery itself. Right, you can't say it's to do with surgery because it was a totally different entity. It might have been a similar area, same area, but a totally different entity. So it has nothing to do with surgery. I lost a lot of depth. Wow. Probably close to probably about 4 inches, and I've regained that back over a period of time. So, okay, we've covered dilating. You've got to dilate, and that's the size of dilating. Now, mind you, you've got to remember it's different in each country. As in what I'm saying, in each country, I mean, if you go to the United States and you have your surgery, your dilators are different. You go to the UK, they're probably different as well. I'm not quite sure. Not too many of the girls over there have shared their little secrets with me in their dilation. Excuse me. But yeah, so that's a Thai way. And personally, God, I'm glad I got it. Thailand. Okay. What else can I tell you? I've been taking oral hormones, and approximately in the 3 years, because we're in November now, and November 2010 was basically when I made my decision, definitely, that I was going to go forward, and I started putting things into plan or into motion, and started my hormones on February the 6th, which just happened without really taking into account. Happens to be my parents' anniversary, so yeah, how's that one? That's I didn't even realise that. It's only just come into my head and been told to me that it was February the 6th, and that just happens to be the day I started my hormones. Wow, how's that coincidental? So anyway, so at this time, 3 years ago, is when I was putting my plans together to go forward and be the real me, and address who I really am, and not an image for everybody else to be happy or contented with, because that's basically who Gary was. He was an image for other people to be happy or contented with comfortable. Not that I want you to be uncomfortable, Gabriella, but Gary was different in some regards. Whether it's really weird, I'm the same person, but in other ways I'm different. I'm probably more freer in some respects. I don't. There is differences, but it's hard to put some of those differences into proper words. Probably, I find myself anyway. I mean, I look at myself, and there's some characteristics within the face and that which are similar to his face, and that mean as in two different people. I'm just using it as in a reference. This face is different. So yeah, it's just different. So look, I had to stop my oral hormones, and altogether in the 3 years, my tally for hormone, including the testosterone blockers as well, which was the Anticur, around the vicinity around 4,560 something odd pills in that period of time. That's a daily taking of pills. Works out a lot of pills, doesn't it? When you consider prior to November 2010, I wouldn't take pills. I mean, I'd be lucky if I took even an aspirin. I mean, yeah, I smoke my pot, but no, I wouldn't take pills. But to allow the body to transgress into the real person who was trapped inside it, I had to take pills and pills for hormones. So, and it's worked quite well. I mean, I'm very impressed. Okay. So it's over 4,500 pills in that period of time, and I got to a stage when my hormones levels at beginnings started to rise. I got it up just post-operative, pre-op, which is before the operation. I got that up around the 340 something, or up in that margin. And then after surgery, because you do this every 2 or 3 months, you check your hormone levels. You're a silly girl if you're doing transition. My hormone levels started to drop, and even when I doubled the dose of hormones post-operative, which is after surgery, I still couldn't get it up. My body was just eating the shit up. It just didn't matter. And I mean, I'm 50 years of age. Some people may see 50 years of age person here, but believe me, I have a lot of problems seeing 50 years of age in this body. So we had to change. Well, I had to change from the way I got hormones in my body. So I had a choice of either going to a patch, or injections, or implant. Now, if it was injections, the downside of injections is you've got a hormonal rush, and then you got a slow decrease again before you get the next injection. That to me is not really advisable, because not that I'm moody, but I could be a bit fiery. So and I didn't like the idea of the patches, because I'm in summer, I do sweat, and I like to swim and all those type of things. So the patch is really good. So I took the implants. My doctor, which is Anna Lejenko, my gynecologist. Yes, proper gynecologist. She's beautiful. She put the implant in, and that was it was amazing. I paid $200, $198 for the implant, and I looked at it, I went, oh my god. If I was a junkie and I was on cocaine or heroin, I'd get a way more bigger size than what I'm getting for the hormones. It was tiny. I mean, it's smaller than a cotton bud. What you use for your ears, or your for cleaning things. It was smaller than that, really, than the end of one of them. It was probably half a size. The cotton bud. You think you clean your things with saws or whatever you do with them. Everybody has their own thing. And that was $200. And the government don't pay any money for that. I mean, this is one of the worst sides of it is that transgender people don't get a lot of great assistance financially to transition and maintain our lives. Other than if you need hormones in pill form, then yeah, you'll get the discounts and that which everyone else is entitled. But if you find the pills don't work anymore and you end up like me, then you've got to go the other way. Okay, so we've covered that part now. So now I have an implant, which is really cool because now I don't have to take pills every day. And I mean, I was up to, at one time, I was taking 6 a day, then I got to 5 a day. Then after surgery, I got to 2 a day, and then I had to bump it back up to 4 a day, and now I don't take any. So now it's like, yes, I just got this little thing stuck inside my gut. Okay, so that's changed. The hormones, the implant is working. It's working pretty quickly. I sleep better now. I don't sweat as much. I started to sweat a lot. My appetite's coming back under control. My sugar cravings are reducing slowly. Yeah. So, okay. So I think I pretty well covered everything up to post-operative. So remember, wet ones, tissues, KY, mirror, and dilators, are your best source. I mean, yeah. Oh, and I did forget. Sorry about that. Give a shit now. The other thing which is really, really important for a post-operative girl is douching. It even is for a girl who's born in her natural body, the correct body. Douching is important for them every now and then too. I mean, it's good to give something a good wash out. Personally, I haven't changed. I like my women like sushi. Nice, clean, smelling beautiful, and it's a little bit spicy. Oh well, big deal. I'm a girl and I still like girls, big deal. What's the problem with that? So, anyway, okay. I hope this has been informative to you. I hope it's been enlightening to you. If it hasn't, stiff shit. You wanted to watch it, and I've hoped I've helped clarify something for you. What else can I say? I'm in my 10th month post-operative from the initial operation. I'm very happy with life itself, as in what I've done, and dilating gives me the creeps, because I always have to keep fucking doing it. Excuse the language. Yeah, so, I haven't had sex yet with anyone. It's not really bothering me. In a way, it's not. I mean, it's a curious factor. I can't say I'd be lying if I said it wasn't, but I haven't had sex yet with anyone. What else can I tell you which you might be nosy about, or you might be curious about? It's a massive, massive, massive change from day one of unpacking to now. It's completely different in many respects. I mean, Dr. Strand, when he unpacked it, he gave you basically the concept, what you could see of what it was going to be. You could see that concept. You could see that he constructed the outer lips quite well. He constructed the clitoris, the hood, and the vaginal labia. I mean, he constructed that very well, and it was extremely swollen. I mean, if you didn't know or didn't have an idea about surgeries and how swellings can go down and change, then you'd think it was pretty, yeah. I can understand some of the comments. I mean, fair enough. But then you're not taking into account that everything has a healing period of time. When you have an operation or you break a bone, it can take 6 weeks for you to walk, but then it will use your arm. But it's going to take nearly 2 years from the initial break to heal, at least, to near 90 or 99%. And post-operative transgender women, it takes a good time. I mean, yeah, you can go and have sex at 6 weeks. They say, well, good luck to you if you want to. But healing continues, and swelling massively reduces a few months down the track. I mean, it takes a while, but once it kicks in, that swelling just really goes away, and it's quite an amazing. Um, so I've covered that point here with that point. Your brain reprograms in ways to corresponding to what you have now. Probably, you know, that probably occurred realistically probably around the 6 month mark. That started to fully kick in. What else can I tell you which you might find interesting? Which I haven't covered before. What kind of sensitivity is extremely different to, and of course you would expect that anyway, but I mean it's completely different to how sensitive that genital area was beforehand. Yeah, I'd speak openly, but I do this for many reasons. One, I don't really care if you don't like it. It doesn't worry me. And secondly, I over the period of time, which has been in this transition period of putting all these videos up, which is not a great many, I think somewhere about 40 odd, that people have appreciated my frankness, my openness, and not afraid to discuss or talk to you or enlighten you about transition. And it's a very easy, I mean, it's like an oxymoron statement in a sense. It's a very easy thing to do, but in other ways it has its complexities to it. And if you're not adjusted up here, and this is really the key factor, you've got to be adjusted up here. You're not going to be happy. It doesn't matter what you do. One of the factors I learned from my transition, and I'm not saying I know everything, but I did a lot of research for something, probably 30 years, that if you're not happy with yourself prior to doing the actual operation, and I mean that's really what that period of time is prior to the operation. Why you have these walks and all these other have these protocols where it's like 1 or 2 years you've got to live with someone. It's a pretty practical thing to do because there's a lot involved. I mean, you're going from a guy's life, which is pretty simple and easy, daily waking up and doing the crap he does, which is fuck all. To a girl's life, which is more complicated and has a lot more issues involved in it. So you need that time to adjust. You need to time that period of time to adjust to the hormones, because the hormones ravish you in different ways. They turn things off and on through your body for the period of time. You get emotional, rages, if you want to call them, or not depression, but you'll go through times where you'll cry very easily or whatever. So you go for those periods, and you just need that. You just need to live it, and it's hard because in the same breath as saying that, it's you can't get to that point until you take hormones, but yet as soon as you start taking hormones, you in some way is taking action of irreversible change to your body. And even though you might stop the hormones and whatever, but you within weeks you're already starting the change to your body. And so it's pretty hard to go back. Well, you can go back, but you are never back to where you were beforehand. Not that you want to. I wouldn't know. I'm still trying to change things, and it's so hard. I mean, I've changed different parts of the body here, but there's areas of my body I can't change, and I've tried, and I'd love to make it more feminine, but it's just like I don't even think you can even operations. I mean, you see here, these look small at the moment, my triceps, but that's an illusion. One for the material, one because the way I'm holding it. I mean, when I hold my arms like this is really good because I can relax the muscles and it looks nice and girly. But as soon as I start moving, as you can see this arm here, it's a little bit big already. So I have huge triceps. They're beautiful, but they're ugly. So, but that's a legacy. There's a few other legacies, but they're not as prominent as what these bloody things are. I mean, yeah, but okay. The voice is the other legacy. That's really hard to change as well. So that's really the only two real. Oh, hang on, sorry, three things which haven't changed, which haven't changed since really the operation. That was one, the tattoos, two, the voice. Maybe in some ways gone a little bit higher, but not much. And the triceps. Yeah, so, okay. But everything else, there's changes in some degrees more and some degrees less. Yeah, it's basically changing everywhere. Okay, what else? It's getting pretty long. It's about 25 minutes. Wow. Okay. So I think I've covered a lot. If you feel like you want to contact me, I mean, if you have, you can contact me through Facebook, or through Google, or through Yahoo, or through YouTube. I mean, I'm around. I'm open. I have no problem discussing issues. I have no problem with offering advice, but I'll only give you advice in the areas where I've either walked those roads myself, or I have an understanding of it, and I'm not being a blind person leading someone down a blind route. So anyway, alright, thank you very much for watching my videos, and to all the girls who go to Thailand, who I hear back from now, not from you directly, but I hear that so many are watching my videos before you go and have your operations done. Yeah, they are beautiful, aren't they? Wow. Yeah. I love Thailand. My doctor from here did a beautiful job. So yeah. Oh God. See, I'm a bitch. Okay. Have a great day. Have a beautiful evening. Love you all. And my mum is in my heart. My mum is in my mind. And I hope my mum wins this fight with cancer. Love you all. Take care. And yes, I'm me.